your eyes, when your eyes finished adjusting, you see you're in a room about the size of the room we're sitting in. It's fairly decent size, I guess. And there's...
It's a fairly decent room, I guess, Chris.
Decent size.
It's not great.
This is actually small compared to my house, so this is a decent size room.
This is a decent sized room.
You know?
I won't take...
I mean,
I just rent.
Yeah.
The oven doesn't work.
With it. This is how big my bedroom is. I mean, but you see a guy sitting at a table, much like the one we're sitting at.
Do we see each other?
When your eyes first adjust, all you see is the table and the elderly man dressed in rags, and he's rolling dice on the table, and he has a board, much like this one, sitting on the table with some figures sitting on it.
Did we walk through the fourth wall?
He has some figures set up, and there's a map on the board, and there's figures set up in different locations on the map. Perception for the two of you.
10.
Aha! 10.
I got a 10 also.
So all you notice is that the figures are on the map. Alright.
Well, at least I noticed something.
So, now that you've seen him, does anybody move or say anything?
I'll say, who are you?
What's going on?
He doesn't seem to notice you.
Nerd! Sorry.
He doesn't seem to notice you're even there the first time you speak.
I'll get closer. I'm going to roll another perception check as I walk to see if
Okay.
anything.
As Moreau walks towards him, Ichigo sees Moreau step out of himself. So it was like you were standing in the exact same spot.
Wait. I couldn't have drunk anything. I have no mouth. Okay, since I see that, I was like...
You're not even paying attention to the board anymore.
Is there anybody else in there?
I do have a soul.
It's standing there.
No, get back at me!
You're screwed if I'm your soul. Not only evil, but a dick.
So you're every other character you ever played?
I never played an evil character. I'm not.
Are you sure about that? Okay.
So,
I'm a little flustered by the body that just walked out of me.
As you get closer...
Okay, as he walks, I just put my hand out to see if he's real.
So you feel him touch your back. As he does that, you notice that some of the figures appear to be off by themselves, and some of them appear to be positioned like 5 or 6 together, like there's going to be a battle or something. And you notice that the one closest to you on the table kind of looks like you. And the man looks up. And the man looks up at you as you walk forward. And he says, "Welcome." And then he rolls the dice again and says, "You're late. And you're not all here."
What is all this?
He's still like...
I'm a little confused!
He says, "We really should wait for the others before we discuss things."
I don't know what others you're talking about, but me and this one behind me are the only ones who walk down the alley.
Apparently.
Unless they stop to have a meal in the darkness.
Hey, you know the restaurants like that.
This is delicious, what have I eaten? Oh my god, it's people.
It's only green. I love this stuff.
But it's not even green.
It's more of a brown.
So he said, he kind of smirks and he says, "It seems like at least one of them's already gone ahead, so I guess if I have to explain myself to the other two, it's not bad."
It doesn't work that way.
It does, it's just not for this app.
It has to go on its side, right? Yeah.
I've worried it doesn't go on the side.
Alright, so he continues rolling his dice the entire time you're talking. But he says...
Is he happy to meet us? What's wrong with him?
Alright, so you asked
What is all this in front of us?
Oh. He says this is the map of our world, and this is me observing.
I'm gonna pick up the figure that looks like me and go, why does this one look
You float in the air.
Whoa! He says, I have figures of all the Warriors of Time.
Warriors of Time?
Yes, the Warriors of Time. Weren't you briefed?
Do I look like I was
I know the Warriors of
I don't look like I was briefed.
I know the Warriors of Light.
I know of a
Did you go
warrior
to that
of
world?
I did.
Did you see Axel and Xander?
That's my actual response. Do I sound like I was briefed?
Well, I guess not.
Would you like
You
to
usually
brief
know.
me?
You usually understand these things.
No, I don't. That's a no.
He says the Warriors of Time are the chosen ones.
Well, I caught on to that part of time, right? That guy's a little sarcastic.
Your job is to collect the pieces of time and stop the God Killers.
I do have a scarf. I need a big hat.
I haven't been recruited or paid to do any job, so I don't know what you're talking about.
If this gets
nobody's paying you.
Then I'm not interested.
Well, that's your choice to say no, but I don't really think you have a choice.
Then why did you just
never
say I have a
argued
choice?
before.
You never argued before.
Why did you just say it's my choice to say no and then say I don't have a choice?
I don't think you have a choice. You've never argued before.
Okay, well, what's all this about? If it's good enough.
Are we having a sideways in time conversation with the White Guardian?
He says the pieces of time must be collected to set the universe right.
What's wrong with it?
Nothing.
Lots right
but
now.
Also everything.
Wait.
Okay, what's wrong with it in the context of that we need to fix it?
I have a
The
headache.
God Killer.
I've gone all cross-eyed.
Okay, the God Killers got that part.
The God Killers are attempting to kill the gods.
And their names are rather good.
But the
Genius.
the pieces of time are needed to go back and stop them before they can do it.
So in your time, they've already succeeded?
You could say that.
Have you been playing the Mortal Kombat game for the 360 lately?
Are we?
Basically the plot.
Wait. I have
No,
walked
that
up to
might
the
be where I
table
came
and
from.
I'm listening. And I'm listening to
Actually,
it.
they
So
don't know what's
are
happening
we?
yet for the
But I think
campaign.
we're really going to hate it.
Are we outside of time right now?
Yes,
I kind of picture
as
that
long
we're
as
in
you're
the
in the shrine, you are outside of time.
I kind of picture that we're like in the architect room from the Matrix.
I was picturing it half that and half the fact that the Doctor Who, the what is it, the key to time? Because he has to do this exact fuck. That's why I need a big hat.
Okay,
Well, whenever you're ready, I got my thimble and I got something new.
So let's assume that I'm going to agree to this. I said,
Well, I'll agree to it if it gets me my needs. I know what I want, and if this gets me across the world, that's fine.
if I were to agree to this, what exactly would you have me do? What would be the first thing I would be doing? Or have done, according to you?
Or will have done with the, oh wait, Gunkrother.
You will. The first thing you would do is you will collect the piece of time that is in this shrine.
And where is it?
I believe you passed an inn on your way in.
Okay.
In on your way in.
You just can't give it to him.
What?
I was gonna pick up the dice.
He says the pieces of time cannot be removed by the guardians of the shrine, so I can't touch it. But I watch over it, and I will send you directly to it as soon as we're done talking. So you'll pick up that piece of time, and then you will head to the next shrine, which I can send you within a couple miles of it.
So he's gonna pick up your figure, you're gonna float, and he's gonna put you...
No, he's just pointed at you and said, "You've been drafted, son."
You are the support, son.
And now, if I wouldn't agree to do this, what would happen?
The
guy
I don't
from
know.
Guy
It's
got
never
that
happened. I don't know. It's never
I
happened
just
before.
set my happy little ass down here and decided to wait out time.
I suppose you can go home. It's never happened before.
So you already know I'm going to say yes, basically, is what you're getting at.
Wait, he just beat us with circular line. I like this guy. He is my new friend. I'm naming him Gary.
Wait, you need to find a way to like narrate that face.
I don't know how to do that face. That's just my face.
The wizard looks at you like, bitch.
I didn't expect this. Nobody's ever said no. This was a cool jit.
He gives you a look and says, "Duh."
Like I said, you've been drafted, son. Welcome
No, I'm
to the
sorry.
army.
I take that back. The noise that I was hearing in my head as I made the face was, yeah.
Basically, welcome to the party. We've been here already.
We've had this conversation at least twice.
Okay.
Probably more.
Okay, so what else do I need to know?
There are 7 shrines, 7 pieces of time, and they're all different. They are not all the same.
7 world wonders.
They can manifest anywhere in the world. This particular one manifests in 7 different locations.
Do they take different shapes as they? I mean, would they look at home where they are? Like, if I went in there, would I go, oh, that's a piece of time? Because what the fuck else is it? Or is it like part of a wall or something? Or like a brick or something?
Once you have the first piece of time, it will be very easy to distinguish the other 6.
Oh, so they are a big whatever the fuck.
They're not necessarily all visually obvious.
So it's not
Is
like
there a
a
lot
little
of
gold watch.
You will be able to tell.
Okay. I just wasn't sure because, like I
You're
said,
gonna walk out of the
okay,
end with
I
the
got
potted
it.
plant.
I
Got
have
it?
I have one more question, and then I have one other thing to say, and then I'll agree to this. The question is, are all these pieces of time, are they in the same time, or are we going to have to go back and forth?
They'll technically exist outside of time. The location can manifest.
Am I going to have to time travel? Yes or no question.
To collect the pieces of time, you will not need to time travel.
Okay.
They will manifest in your time to enter them, and then you will be outside of time once you are in.
Okay. And the other thing is, if I'm going to collect all these, I need something to put them in. Do you have a bag of holding?
He kind of winks at you and says, "Oh, you'll have something to put them in."
Okay. I agree. Save me a piece of time.
Wait, I don't like this idea.
He says, "Are you ready, Ichigo?"
Yeah.
Okay.
I was ready to go.
Alright.
For some reason, Jimbo just wants to sigh.
Congratulations, son. You've been
Wait,
Alright.
is this exactly how the Dragon Age campaign went? He didn't want to do anything and we kept dragging him into it anyway.
Yeah, but it was because we weren't going with the plot. We kept going off to the side and doing other things.
I think he's just always disappointed in you. Okay.
That makes sense.
Alright, so you feel... Oh, first, then he says, "Would you mind putting the figure back on the table?"
As in life.
It took me like 3 days to make.
Put it back on the table.
And
One
it
of
kind
his
of...
dice.
When you put it on the table, it slides over to the spot where you found it on the map.
I pick up one of his dice. I roll a 15.
Smack across the
As
face.
soon as the dice hits the table, you don't even get to see what it is because you disappear.
Okay.
Don't touch that!
Then we're going to cut to Jimbo and Jinx. And how long do you stand outside the alley?
How long have you been there?
I'm sitting there tugging on his ear.
It's
Come
been
on!
She's trying to pull him into it.
Hey, listen, there's something in that alley. You should go investigate.
All of what transpired with them, it's only been about 5 minutes for you.
Okay, then yeah, I'm still there. I know something is off, but I'm trying to see if I can figure out what's going on without interfering.
I have a.
I haven't thought about that yet, but
I didn't think about this, but did we see any of the? Could we notice any of the other pieces that were on the table?
Yeah, you saw other...
Basically,
Yeah.
did we see the rest of the party? Is what I'm
Yeah.
asking.
Well, you wouldn't recognize them as
Well,
the rest
no,
of the
I don't
party.
think I don't think you saw your own eyelids.
Well, no, yeah,
No,
because
no.
you were focused on him.
Well, yeah, but I was
Yeah.
asking because if we
Basically-
walk out and you see a dude
but
who's
there was a bunny figure on the
Yeah,
table.
if there was
if I see like a were-bunny,
There was a bunny and there was a-
hey,
Yeah.
you.
that's what I'm saying because I.
You basically saw this, and then you also saw there was 2 what appeared
Well, I
to
did
be...
walk up, so I.
There was a
obviously
group
saw
of like 5 that was off in the corner, and then there was what appeared to be like 2 battalions fighting each other on one side of the continent.
I'm just behind you trying to push. Come on, I'm curious.
You see her feet like walking on air.
No, she's out in front. She's got to hold your belt.
Come on!
Hey, let's end.
Let's go. You go first.
Calm yourself, Jinxie. It's not safe.
Okay.
So, how long do you wait for? Or
I'm just gonna fly into.
I mean, we're just basically focused on you two now. I don't know how long you stand there before you do something. Or... I wait there for 3 days to see what comes of it.
He's just eventually sitting there, waiting.
I think we should walk away.
This is not a democracy. I'm bigger than you are. Jar. It has air holes.
I'm going to. I kind of whisper to Ash, the bear, to since she's an astral projection, basically, I can summon her back to me if I need to. So I'll have her kind of go in and see
eavesdropping.
If she can find something.
Okay.
I'm genuinely disappointed in you that you don't have a jar.
He can pick one up.
I thought for sure he would have that listed on his items.
He can add that whenever he wants. It's free. No, it's a potion bottle.
It's an abandoned town. I can just find one laying.
Ew,
Alright,
but
so-
I have pee in it.
The bear is gone for maybe 30 seconds, and you kind of feel like it's no longer on the plane.
What do you think your pixie dust is?
What? Pee?
There you go.
It's dried.
I'm just gonna pee on my
So
armor.
Yeah.
So it is a golden shower.
longer with us on this plane.
I'm going in there.
I'm not going in there now.
So yeah, I told you we should have gone in there.
I'm going to resummon Ash
Okay.
and then ask her what she saw before she had to disappear.
She says, she basically kind of. You're the only one that can hear her, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Aw.
Everybody else is just
You hear a bear go.
It's the only
so
thing
she-
besides a rodent you can understand.
I'm sitting there. Are you dying?
She says that she watched for a really long time, and then she saw an old man sitting at a table, and he told her to fetch the rabbit.
Killed a wabbit.
Duck
fetched
season.
a wabbit.
Duck season.
Did he have a
I'm just gonna say.
spear
Ooh.
Well, you would be the one to tell me this or not. Being an astral bear, would she be able to know or feel if he's like not
He's
truthful?
not a normal person.
Did she have any insight, basically?
That he might be, trying to.
Is he
Hurt
gonna
me.
slice his neck?
Well, basically, he said fetch the rabbit, and then she was back in the astral plane. So, I mean, that's all she has to work with is him saying fetch the rabbit.
No, rabbit!
Everybody
He didn't
forgot about
sound
me.
like malevolent or anything like that.
No
Like,
bears!
She doesn't know what he wants her for.
Fetch the rabbit, not the pixie.
Prepare yourself in case we are ambushed.
Prepare yourself. Watch my back.
I will go see this man.
I'm just gonna fly backwards.
At the first sign of trouble, I will kill him.
I thought you. No, my mind went at the first sign of trouble. I will kill you.
That's from.
I just imagine somebody's holding a gun up to me, grabs a pixie. Aim right here.
Got her by the wings.
Stretch.
If he tries to shoot me in exactly this spot, I'll be safe.
So I still have, my sword kind of out a little bit.
Is it a reverse blade?
He doesn't have a scar. Big old X on his face.
And then carefully, me and the pixie will enter the darkness.
I'm behind you though. I'm like holding onto
When
your
did you do
tail.
that? We appeared where you were.
You're in the same space as him.
So
Yeah,
going
collar.
through the alley, it's the same experience as the other two. It feels like you've been walking for over an hour, and then you're in the room, and your eyes are adjusting to the bright light, and roll perception to see what you notice about.
Is Ash still with us?
Yeah, she's in the room with you.
I said no bears!
How big is this bear that you just conveniently walk into rooms with?
I must be hiding my face.
She's
She's a natural bear, so she's can phase through stuff. So she doesn't have to use a door. And I assume that she's like a medium-sized bear.
Not a big
She's
bear.
a spirit, so she could be smaller than normal.
You could have a tiny bear on your
My thimble fell over my eyes. I got a 3.
I got 20.
Okay, I didn't hit natural or no?
No.
Oh.
Modified.
Alright, so she doesn't even notice you're in the room yet. Her eyes are still adjusting. It's
Yeah,
bright, why wasn't it?
No, my
Right.
thimble fell.
No, it's still dark, what are you talking about? You see stuff. So you see the old man, and you see the table, and you can clearly see the bunny man on the table. And the man says, "You're late.
My
You're
sword
very
comes out a
important
little
date.
more.
You're late again."
Again. This is a running theme for you.
Do I know
He's very late for his important date.
And you're gonna send me on the hunt for a piece of time.
That's
This
Metagaming.
entire campaign is just gonna be like how many Alice in Wonderland jokes.
Give me a minute, I'll
The
start.
funny thing is, because I had no plan on that when I made the campaign. He's the one that made the bunny man. And decided to be late. He's accidentally doing it.
This is the best accident ever.
Am I supposed to know you?
Sometimes.
Who are you?
I'm just gonna fly out.
Neither one of us asked that question.
he makes that face. I don't have a name. I'm the keeper of the shrine.
As we're talking, my sword is sliding out a little more.
And he's rolling dice.
What is this sorcery?
Natural 20. Oh. This is...
I knew this one had a 20 on it.
It says this is one of the 7 shrines of time. Were you not briefed either? Somebody is slipping.
I think it is you that is slipping, old man.
I've heard that before.
What do you want with me?
You are one of the heroes of time. You are chosen to collect the pieces of time and set the universe right.
I can imagine Ash is just looking at me like,
What in the hell?
Not even
I don't
from
think
this
so.
I got the thimble off my head.
Yay!
Yay. Hey, there's a guy here. Who's that guy? What's happening?
I am trained in the arts of shamans. I know nothing of this time like you speak of.
That's what I'm doing.
You don't know how to tell
Hey!
time?
You don't know how to tell time. No. You don't have to bring it
Do not
up.
suggest getting cute with me, old man.
He says,
To be fair, you're a rabbit. It's not really with you.
He looks at you and says, if I recall correctly, you're the one that gets cute and cuddly.
This sword comes out a little bit more.
This sword is all the way out now.
I'm listening to this one.
Don't start this.
He listened to the man.
Why am I here?
To collect the first piece of time. And apparently to be briefed.
I have to do everything.
And why do you need me?
I don't pick people. I just give them stuff.
Who hired you?
Hired is not the right word. I was kind of born in service of the shrine. I've been here as long as I've existed.
So this is a cult.
I guess.
You could say that.
If we're really going down this road.
Things are getting weird, man. It's bad country. It's weird.
This would have
He
been
says,
more
are you
easier
gonna?
just walking
He says,
down
are you
the
gonna tell me
house.
maybe to?
I'm conferring with my bear.
I'm left. I'm playing with my figure on the table.
You're the same size as your figure.
I'm dancing with my figure.
That's
You're down there.
That's all right.
You're down there smacking the rabbit in the back of the head. Ah, I'm bigger than you.
That's what I'm doing.
Who's the big one now?
She's stepping on the mountains on the table like, ha!
This is what it must be like to be a giant.
The man smiles at her and says, I always enjoy when you're in here.
How do I know you can be trusted?
How do I know you can be trusted?
I'm gonna be such an unbelievable.
She's trying to put her figure in her pocket, but it's too big. Stop it!
Thinking maybe I should just walk away.
That's what the other guy said.
You're not making any sense. You're talking in circles.
Better than talking in squares.
This is why I'm playing on the
Jinxing.
board.
Jinxing.
Oh,
Drop it. We're leaving.
I'm flying, carrying it.
You can shrink it if you really want to.
It'll take forever to build. Please leave them there.
I like it! By the end of the game, she has all of them. Every time he makes a new one, she gets it.
I'm scared.
I like this idea. You should just keep stealing these figures. Every time we come here, just shrink another one and steal it.
He says, "You're not bound by his will. Will you help?"
Do I get to keep the figure?
He rolls his eyes. You always want those eyes. He says, "Fine. I've got a few millennia to kill before the next show up."
Yay! I'll help for figures.
He says, "Good."
I need friends.
And
My size.
then the pixie disappears.
What have you done with Jinxie?
I sent her to the piece of time. If you want her back, you gotta go get her.
I just want to make it clear that before they get there, I've already grabbed and pocketed this piece of time. There's not going to be anything there for them to find.
I'm imagining we all appear there at the same time.
No, because we were sent there long before they were.
It doesn't matter.
This is time travel
Wibbly
we're
wobbly,
dealing
timey wimey.
Okay, then if I have to fight the three of them, I'm still reaching
Oh,
and
no.
grabbing it.
You can fight your own chosen. Alright.
We're all
By the
supposed
time
to
this
get
is
it.
over, I'm gonna have all the figures and they're gonna be my
What?
friends.
She's gonna throw
What happens
himself
if I
a
just walk
party.
away?
I think I asked that. It's never happened before. I don't know. I assume you go home. Of course, in your case, I assume you go to wherever you were before.
I wish it
But
was like
according
the
to your
puppet and
story,
have a figure.
the same thing happens every time. So if I try to walk away, will I be forced?
I won't force you. You always say yes. You all always say yes. Kind of boring, actually.
So is talking in circles.
No, it's confusing.
He seems quite entertaining.
I am. This is the best part of the whole campaign.
My friend is suggesting we walk away.
If that's what you want.
You've not given me proof that you can be trusted.
Okay. Your friend's at the bar if you feel like going after her.
Drinking with her new friend.
I can send you to her and then you can walk away from there, or you can just leave now.
Tricky old man.
Haha, I sent you there now. You're on this quest. Get
So
back
if you
out
have the
now.
ability to send me anyway, why do not?
You have to give me an answer. I don't write
It's
the
taking
rules.
forever.
I don't write the rules.
So I say no, and I walk out this door. What happens?
I don't know. I told you it's never happened before.
So I'm
It would be
sheathing
interesting
my
to find out.
sword, and I'm turning around and walking out the door.
Okay. You find yourself standing in the same place in the world that you were, but the town's not there anymore.
Congratulations, you get to make a new character.
Congratulations, your kick-ass character is not in the campaign.
Okay.